Every day in this country, 316 people are shot, 106 are killed, so far just this year.
In the past year, nearly 45,000 Americans were killed due to gun violence, an average of more than 120 persons per day, according to statistics. At least 22 people were killed, and 80 others were injured in school shooting incidents in 2021. Last year's total amounts to the most casualties from school shootings since 2018, the year a gunman killed 17 people at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida.
Put your phones away. Put your phones away.
A study by Switzerland-based Small Arms Survey estimated that American civilians owned over 393 million firearms in 2017. With a total population of about 326 million, the U.S. ranked first in firearms per capita in the world. According to the latest data from the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, nearly 39 million Americans underwent background checks in connection with purchasing guns in 2021, an increase of 37% from 2019. On the one hand, concerns about the threat of gun violence have led many people to buy guns for self-defense. On the other hand, the huge number of guns is becoming a critical concern for the high level of gun-related crimes. According to a Gallup poll, the latest majority of 57% of Americans call for stricter laws covering the sale of firearms. So why is it so hard to control guns in the U.S.? First, it is stipulated in the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution that a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This amendment was enacted in 1791, reflecting the desire of the North American people who had just gained independence from Britain through the War of Independence and to some extent met the needs of the Americans at that time. However, the constitutional amendment in the U.S. is very complicated, and the process is lengthy. Therefore, it is almost unlikely to ban guns through constitutional amendments. Second, political polarization in the U.S. has been serious in recent decades. As a result, gun control has become one of the main issues in presidential and congressional elections and has become an important factor in determining the success of elections.
There have been deep-seated philosophical differences between Republicans and Democrats about how to deal with gun violence.
Now is the time for action to honor these victims with action, real action.
And third, interest lobby groups are the greatest resistance to gun control in the U.S. Among them, the most influential one is the National Rifle Association, or the NRA. It was established in 1871 and is known as the oldest and largest civil rights protection organization in the U.S. It has more than 5.5 million registered members. 9 former presidents of the United States have been its members. In recent years, those interest groups represented by the NRA have lobbied and blocked almost all gun control laws, making gun control more difficult. In March 2021, U.S. President Joe Biden set forth a program to reduce gun violence.
This is not and should not be a partisan issue. This is an American issue. It will save lives, American lives.
But a year later, the death number of gun violence in the U.S. has not been reduced.
Washington, D.C., 64 children injured by gun violence so far this year, 26 killed. It's enough.
Yes, it's enough. Just weeks before, the Biden administration had announced additional actions and was committed to reducing gun crime and making communities safer. But will this time be different?